Let me start with a simple question. How many of you want to live in a big mansion near the sea and drive a Bugatti? I can see some of you from this side, you, some guys over there. See, almost all of you want. And now, how many of you want to live like this? Obviously, none of you wake up thinking, I would rather have a small apartment and a car that barely starts. So, let's move to our real question. Does money make us happy in life? What if I told you that this question has already been studied? Not for 1 year, not for 10 years, but for 85 years. At Harvard University, scientists conducted one of the longest research in history. They chose 743 participants randomly and asked them the same question. What made them happy in life? In order to make predictions realistic, they recorded their health, their career, their money, and their relationships. Everyone thought that the answer would be fame, success, or money, but that wasn't what they found. The answer was simple and shocking. People feel happier not when they earn more, but when they have good relationships. At first, I didn't realize what this study means, and I don't really feel it. Not until one small moment. One day, I was sitting in my room, reading a book, thinking about my future, and doing some tasks. At the same time, my family was having an evening. They were talking to each other, laughing, and at that moment, I said to myself, I would join them later. But later never came. And at this moment, I realized that the thing that I was doing was not truly important. And I understand that I missed something that really mattered. This moment didn't change my life. It just changed the way I think. I understood that once we start thinking about our future, we forget the present. We should be careful. So, before all of you think that money doesn't matter at all, that's wrong. Because money does matter. Money is one of the most powerful tools in 21st century. If you have enough money, you can do whatever you want. You can travel. You can see the world outside your country. You can eat whatever you want. You can take care of your parents. Money removes stress. It removes stress of unpaid bills, the stress of medicine you cannot afford, and money makes our life easier and comfortable. And if our life is comfortable, it may seem happier. So money is really important. But still, there are plenty of people that have got almost everything. Money, status, fame, but they are not fulfilled. Let's talk about someone all of you know. That's Eminem. He's one of the most successful rappers in history. Millions of albums sold, global fame, and millions of dollars in his bank account. However, through his songs and interviews, we can see that he's not fulfilled. He feels guilty for missing moments. Here is the reason why. While he was young, he was ambitious and he really wanted to achieve his dreams. So he had to move from his family. And while he was working abroad, a tragedy happened in his life. His wife died, and at that moment he suddenly realized that all the money he has cannot buy back these moments. The moments he missed, the moments he couldn't spend, he couldn't enjoy. And he started to feel guilty, and he started to regret. This story teaches us that success has its cost. And usually, this cost is time. The time you can never, ever buy back. So we should be careful. Going to university study shows us that good relationships make us happy in life. And ending story shows us how fastly we can lose our happiness. So now let's move to our question. Does money make us happy in life? Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. We can be rich and lonely, or we can be poor but fulfilled. It both exists in balance. We should balance both money, relationships, and our career. We should be careful because we can miss some moments we can never buy back. We should value every moment we spend with our family. We should take care of people whom we trust, whom we love, when they are still alive. Because success feels empty if there is no one to share it with. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bilol. Thank you for your attention.